6 News is brought to you by Mike Shaw Toyota's incredible sale. Right now, drive off in a new Camry LE or RAV4 for just $199 per month. Only at Mike Shaw Toyota. Now, Chris 6 News at 6 continues.
And welcome back. You know, any discussion about the future of our city would be incomplete without considering the Port of Corpus Christi. And tonight, as part of our month-long series, Where Do We Go From Here?, we have a look at the history of the port and how it is now poised to add billions of dollars worth of economic activity to the coastal bend economy over the next few years. Cotton was king when the Port of Corpus Christi first opened for business in 1926. Farmers here in Nueces and the surrounding counties were some of the largest cotton producers in the state. And even today, it remains one of the region's main agricultural products.
King Ranch was here. They grew a lot of cotton. South Texas still grows a lot of cotton, and Texas grows more cotton than any other state in the nation.
But the discovery of oil here in the early 1930s dramatically changed the nature of the port.
Oil became the king, and we became an import port for crude oil to serve what at the time were originally 6 refineries and are now 3 refineries. And that lasted till 2010, really.
Now, the port did not build a single new dock for nearly 30 years, but late in the 1980s, port officials began looking at ways to diversify. And the first priority was room to grow.
We bought the La Quinta track, which we bought in the mid to late 90s. We ended up swapping some land to get Harbour Island.
New infrastructure was also needed. The Joe Fulton Trade Corridor was built to provide better highway access. $55 million was spent to build the Nueces River Rail Yard, giving us the best rail facilities of any port from the Gulf of Mexico. And a $1 billion project is now underway to build a new Harbour Bridge. The only missing piece had been a deeper, wider ship channel to handle today's larger ships, which can haul twice the capacity of the tankers that can currently dock here at the port. Efforts to get the necessary permits and funding date back to 1990. Now, Congress authorized the project 2 times, but it never made it to the president's budget, which is key to getting funding. And nothing happened until a new administration took office in 2017.
When President Trump was elected, he had 3 primary areas that he wanted to concentrate on, and those were energy independence, infrastructure, and balance of trade. And I would tell you that we check all 3 of those boxes with this particular project.
So then it was just a matter of getting the president's ear. And Zahn says thanks to Congressman Michael Cloud, that opportunity presented itself recently.
Congressman Cloud called and he said, give me some facts. I'm going to get to ride on Air Force One from Houston to Washington, D.C., and I'm going to have the man's ear.
And judging from a news conference the very next day, the congressman was persuasive.
So in Texas, they can't get the big ships in because they need to dredge a couple of feet. Standard stuff. They can't get the permits. It's not from us. They've been trying for years. You may have heard about it, you may not, but whatever you can do for the great state of Texas, this way they can bring the giant ships right in, fill them up, and they go out.
And the president has kept his word, committing $26 million to get the channel project started. And Zahn expects to see dredging start by the end of this year. So all of these decisions to diversify the port, to acquire more property, to invest in new infrastructure, plus the oil and gas finds in the Eagle Ford Shale and the Permian Basin, combined with a growing global demand for more energy, have positioned the port to take advantage of tremendous new opportunities.
You know, what's driving a lot of the growth here, of course, is our energy renaissance, but it's also the fact that we've got great workforce here, both professional and trade craft. We've still got abundant available land for development. We've got a deep draft channel. We've got some great educational institutions that help develop future talent. So all of that combined is a recipe for success. And here at the Port of Corpus Christi, we're committed to putting all those ingredients together and ensuring that we've got economic stability and growth for the next 5 years, the next 10 years, hopefully the next 20 years.
And as we just reported yesterday, the Army Corps of Engineers has just kicked in $59 million for that channel improvement project, and that's great news.